All right, guys, I'm Shawn Cheek of WebPianoTeacher.com. How are you doing? All right, so we got lesson 2 now. We're getting after it here, and this lesson is called "Play It, Say It." And if in case you were wanting to download the sheets for this course, it's a 10-lesson course, and there are 10 sheets, and I might make it even longer. I don't know, but it's going to be at least 10 lessons, and it'd be really helpful to have these sheets because I have little cutouts you can do for flashcards and so forth. Look in the video description, and then I'll tell you how to get that. But let's get going, shall we? So lesson 1 was kind of an orientation. We talked about the 3 ways, okay? I need to be thinking about those. Which way is going to work for me? Don't have to decide yet. I'm going to help you decide that as we move along in this course. All right. So this is the next phase here. It's so weird doing these lessons for YouTube because I've never put the good stuff, you know, the actual beginner lessons, because those are a big hit on my website, on YouTube. So it's kind of weird doing this stuff now. I've never done it, you know, in 20 years. So here you're getting some groundbreaking stuff, at least from me. Play it, say it. We're going to learn the notes, okay? You got to learn the notes. Now, as we learned in the last lesson right at the end, there's only 7 letters, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You start over, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, they repeat. And we need to learn which white keys are what letter. But we need to do it in a certain way. Because if you learn it the wrong way, then you're never going to actually really learn what they are. You're going to be doing these little tricks to quickly, you know, try to see what the note is instead of actually learning what they are, okay? Let me ask you this. What's 2 plus 2? Okay. Now, you know that because you've done 2 plus 2 your whole life. Did you count on your fingers? And if you did, no problems there, okay? But if you did that, 4, you don't want to be doing that your whole life, right? You want to memorize that 2 plus 2 is 4. You don't want to figure it out every time. And that's what a lot of musicians do when they're learning and their teachers don't notice that they're doing it or care or realize that it's hurting them. Is they are counting up from one note. They're using a reference point to find every other note, and they never actually learn what they are. And so there's always that disconnect. There's always that wasted time trying to figure out what the note is instead of just remembering what it is, learning what it is in the first place. This seems very, very basic, and you would think, oh, well, that'll just happen anyway. No, it doesn't. It doesn't automatically happen. I taught a student one time who was in her 30s who could actually play pretty well. She read sheet music, and I said, well, play a G here, and she didn't know what a G was. She had to count up to find a G because she never really learned what the G was, and that just blew my mind that that can happen. So let's do it right from the beginning, okay? This is how we're going to do it. This is the way I've done it for almost 40 years teaching. So we're going to start with the 2 black keys, all right? You look at the piano, and you can see that there's 3 and 2, 3 and 2, 3 and 2, okay? All the way up. Looks like there's a group of 1 at the bottom, but that's only because if the piano kept going, there'd be a group of 3 blacks there. So groups of 3, 2, 3, 2. It's that way for a reason. It's going to be really cool when we see what that reason is. But if you take the group of 2 blacks, I'm just going to take right here in the middle of the piano just because it's right in the middle. And I'm going to start with the one in the middle, D. Okay? I'm not going to start with A. I'm going to start with D. In the middle of the 2 blacks. Now, it can't be a 2 black over here. It's got to be just these 2 blacks, D. This is not a D, just because it's in the middle of 2 blacks. It's got to be the group of just 2. That's a D. And then I can go all over the piano and play every D. Okay? And then there's not another one. I could go this way, play all the Ds. And that's what you want to do. And the name of this lesson is Play It, Say It. So you play it, but I want you to say it with your mouth. Because when you say it, then I know you're thinking about D. If you don't say it, then you could be thinking about, you know, cartoons or what you're going to eat for dinner that night. I want you thinking about D. And if you say D, I know that's making the connection. D, D, D. And it's reinforcing what a D looks like without having a graphic on the screen. I'm not going to put a big graphic and light up the key and put a big G on it, or a big D on it, because then you won't learn what it is. You'll just kind of match it and not even think about it. I want you to use your brain and say that's a D. All the technology can get in our way and actually keep us from learning. And that's what is happening these days, I think. So D, D, D. So I want to use just enough technology to help, you know, with this, but not to hurt us. Play all the Ds, but say it. Now, what am I going to do next? after I played all the D's. And you're not going to do this one time. You're going to do this every day until you get it, okay? Play all the C's. So now I go to the C. I'll go on the side of two blacks, and I say C, 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 C. Sing the note. You're also going to train your ear. If you sing a C, now all the C's sound the same. C, C, C. I mean, you can't sing really high and really low, but if you just sing that middle one, it'll still sound good when you're playing the other C's, and it'll train your ear to kind of learn what a C sounds like. And the D, that's also another little tip for you. It doesn't matter if your voice isn't great, if you don't think your voice is great. Listen to some of the rock and roll artists. Their voices aren't great. Okay? So don't be afraid to sing. A lot of people sound a lot better than they think they do. Sing the note, and then it'll start training that ear. Okay, ear training. Right now we're doing ear training. All right, we did all the D's. Did we not do that? We did D, 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 and we did all the C, 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 C. Now we're going to do all the E's. We're going to go on the other side. E's on the other side of the two blacks. Now I could just tell you to do this and then move on, but I know that if I don't hold your hand and go through it, you're not going to do it. Okay, and I'm used to doing intermediate and advanced lessons all the time on YouTube. So this is beginner stuff. You're getting beginner. E's on the right side. E, and I'm going to sing E or sing E. That might be more comfortable to sing it. Play all the E's on the piano. You can use right or left hand. It doesn't matter. The main thing is that you visually learn what an E looks like. It's on the right side of the two black keys, the group of two black keys. And you start to train your ear what an E sounds like. So we did D, we did C, we did E. Why didn't I go C, D, E? Because I don't want you to use reference points. I don't want you to say, well, a C's here, so a D must be here. And don't do that. This guy is probably a great guy, but there's the most popular learn to play piano video. It's got, millions of views. And he says, well, you can find this note either, you can count up from C. And I go, oh, no. Don't count up from C. That's the kiss of death if you do that. Don't count up. Learn what the thing is without counting up, without a reference point. So when you're finding D, don't go C, D. Or when you're finding E, C, D, E. Don't do that. Learn what an E is, learn what a D is. Do the D first, then the C, then the E. Then that'll keep you from, using your alphabet there a little bit. Now, what do? We go to the three blacks, and we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to start on this side because there's an F. And there's no really, I think this will be okay to go F on the left side. Start with the F. Play all the F's. F, 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 F. Can you do that? And now I'm just going to go to the other side. I'm going to do all the B's. B, B. And this is nostalgic for me because I taught for so long a little kid or even adult or young person next to me on the piano bench. And this is the way I did it. I haven't forgotten it. I still remember every little thing on first day piano lessons. So play all the B's. B, B, sing it to train that ear. You can call it Mr. B or Mrs. B. Make it fun. You can teach kids this too. Use my stuff to teach your kids. All right, G is next. I'm going to do G. G's in the middle of the three blacks on the left side. Okay, that's where it's located. G, 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 G. Play all the G's. And the last one I'll do is A. A, 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 A. And I'll sing it and I'll play it. This is an A2. If you're wondering what the highest note on the piano is, it is a C. And my camera changer is, which is one of my phones, is at the top, a C. So we've done the two blacks, we've done the three blacks, we've named it. Now, we've done that exercise. The next thing we're going to do is pick random keys, play it, say it. Now, the reason that we played all the letters one at a time, so we memorize what the names of them are. Now we're going to put that to the test by picking a note at random. So I'm just going to do this. Now, I have something called perfect pitch, which means when I was a kid, something clicked and I just knew what all the notes were without even having to pick them out. And that's a gift given to me by God for teaching what I'm doing now. And it's really aided me. But you don't have to be able to do that, okay? You do not have to be able to do that at all. But I want you to be able to pick that note at random and then look down and say, that is an F. But when you do it, I do not want you to count up from C. I want you to look at this paper. Print it out. Make it big like I have here on the screen, okay? And I want you to say, oh, it looks like that one, so it's an F. And then you say F, okay? All right, not going to put an F on the piano here for you. You might think that's helping. It's not. It's hurting. So F. I'm going to pick another. So you can't see my eyes, but I'm looking up at the ceiling. That's a C, and I look down. But for you play it, and then I want you to look and say it looks like that when it's a C. Do another one. Or I did F. Okay, there's an E. So I look and I match it. So you spend a few minutes on that, 2 or 3 minutes, just picking a note at random. Just come down like that. Don't look at it, and then match it and say the name of it without counting up. Do not use the alphabet. Don't count up, and that way you'll do this quickly. See, guys, if you'll do the right thing on something and you'll do it consistently, you can learn something really fast. You'll save yourself a lot of struggle if you practice in the right way. People say practice makes perfect. No, it doesn't. Perfect practice makes perfect. If you do things right, you can spend a lot less time and get to your goal a lot quicker. All right, so play it, say it. So are we done doing that? No, you're going to do that every day. If you're going to do my course and you're going to learn, you're going to do this every day until you learn it. And you say, well, Shawn, how long does that take? It can take a couple of weeks, because what it can do is get in our short-term memory, where we remember it just because it was recent, but I want to get into your long-term memory. So keep doing it for a couple of weeks every day. You might find you need to do a little longer, and that's fine. Everybody's different. But that's how you learn what the notes are without a reference point, and how you learn them for good. You don't ever have to do that again. So right here, I'm reiterating, don't count up. Frowny face if you count up. Frowny face if you write the letters on the piano keys or use graphics of any kind. I want you to just look at a naked piano keyboard and know what the notes are and be able to get around without the graphics, without all that other stuff, okay? Because I'm teaching you to fish here. I want you to be a musician. I'm training you to be a musician in this course. And we're going to use fun songs to do it. All right, so your assignment: every day, do the say it and play it every day first, approximately 5 minutes. Now, why did I say first? Because our brains are most attentive right when we sit down. And whatever is most important, that's what we need to do first, okay? So this is very important. You got to learn the names of the notes, or we can't do anything else. Learn the names of the notes. So that's what you have to do. Now, this exercise is applicable to the note reading if we go that way, to the chord sheets if we go that way, and to the by ear, which is a more advanced chord sheet method where you're playing licks in the right hand and bass patterns in the left. Excuse me. Okay. So it's applicable to everything. You haven't lost anything by doing this. All 3 ways. You can still go any direction you want to go with this at this point. You can make flashcards. Here are the flashcards. And if you missed it, you can download the sheets for this. Just look in the video description. I'll have instructions there. I'm not saying them in the video because I might, as time goes on, I might change how you get them. I might want a link instead of just sending them to you myself or whatever. But the information on how to get the sheets is in the video description, and I'm not going to charge you for it. It's free. All right. These 10 lessons are going on YouTube, and they're going to really help a lot of people. All right, so here are the flashcards. So you can make these big and cut them out. Okay, what I want you to do is print this one several times, 3 times, and I want you to cut out all these letters. And then if you want to, you can even glue them to a piece of cardboard with a glue stick and make them nice, because some of you guys are really artistic and you make nice flashcards. I've seen people send me pictures of flashcards they've made, and they're amazing. Or you can just use paper, whatever. But set them up random on your music rack, okay? And then I just want you to play those notes, whatever the letters. If an E shows up, play an E. If a B shows up, play a B. But try to move around the piano so you're not in one spot, so that you're really thinking what the note looks like and what it's called. E, F, and then mix them up again. But you print it out 3 times so that you have enough letters to make it worth your while to do the flashcards. Mix them up, do it again. Mix them up, do it again. All right, on these, what you can do here is just print out this whole, it's all the letters, right? C, D, E, F, G, A, B. It's all 7 white keys, letters there. And what you can do is just take an eraser of a pencil, and you just look at the letter and then put it on there. Look at the letter and do it, and just go around like that. It's a way of visually doing it, just a different way than actually playing the keyboard. You can also print these out and then do your flashcards and actually write on them, because then you can just throw it away and then print out another one. But this is just another flashcard thing you can use to help you with learning the letters, okay? So in this lesson, say it, play it. You must learn what all the names of the keys are. And one of my things I always do that people tell me they appreciate, but I've learned this, is not to put too many exercises in one lesson, because people need things in, here a little, there a little, here a little, just a little bit here, a little bit there. And so say it, play it is in this, learn those letters. I've given you a lot of information. Don't feel bad if you want to listen to this lesson twice and make notes. Guys, get a journal with a pen or a pencil, and use a pen and write, okay? Don't type, write something. It's so personable, and it gives you a connection. Why do I say that? Because I've seen it. I've seen how people just love their journals and they keep track of what they're doing, and it gives them a feeling of accomplishment. And it shows them that you can forget your accomplishments. And if you keep this log and you say, well, I am getting better. I had a bad day the other day, but overall I'm getting better. Okay, it's really helpful to have a journal. I'll see you in lesson 3. We'll keep going.